Eyes gouged out, skull opened, brain missing, face skinned off, eviscerated, stabbed into the heart. Father Henry, slain by his most hated of enemies. May he rest in peace now.
I'm not talking to you!
Just listen to me, all right? If you do, you won't need to go on the lake anymore. I know who your father is.
Liar!
I swear, but you have to be very careful what you do with this information. Promise me?
Well, sure. Tell me.
I'm risking a lot by telling you this, but your father is Dominic Noren.
Dominic? The handsome man in red clothes? With a funny hat? He is my father?
Yes, that is indeed your father. Make him talk, and make him love you. He owes it to you.
What about my mother? Is she still in the lake?
I'm afraid so. But you know what? You should speak to your father, and make him go fishing with you, huh? Wouldn't that be nice?
Very. Thank you. I have a father now. I have a father.
Blood and flesh depict hate and pure wickedness. It's an act of hate against mankind. I still hope to wake up at any moment now and look back on this journey solely as a nightmare. It's hard to see anything outside with so much blood on the door. I certainly won't touch it to open it. Ivan Kotar's painting was used as a target. Flesh and blood are all over it. Splashes, traces of hands and fingers, all over the wall. Pieces of skin, organs, and hair. This is a nightmare. Nikolai?
Tell me now.
Your eye!
It's nothing. I had to become a child to find Victoria. That's all. I don't want to talk about it.
Henry was killed here, too?
No, he followed me onto the mountain, where the Saborans caught him, and...
It was too late.
You see his body. I could do nothing.
I understand. You did good taking him back. He deserves a proper burial. Words cannot describe the horror in the orphanage. Who did that?
My brothers and sisters are dead!
Saborans knew Henry was not here.
They slaughtered the poor children.
I believe so. But Evelina thinks the one responsible is the only child left alive.
Anton?
Anton is a good kid. It is my fault. I went outside for Henry and then I was gone only for a brief time. Oh my God. Oh, this is a nightmare.
Did you find anything on the mountain? Victoria, maybe?
Only the Saborans and Henry. I searched the whole mine and tried to find any clues or some other entrance, but nothing. No traces of her or Nerman. I was wrong, my brother. My baby is dead, and there's nothing I can do about it. But Victoria, I must at least save Victoria. I know, I can feel it. She's still alive somewhere out there.
The letter you gave me.
I didn't want to break the promise given to Victoria. She said when the right time comes. And then we woke up. She went missing and I kept waiting. And so the right time never came. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Where were you?
I found him in the castle.
Because of the letter. Was the man in the yellow mask your father?
Bogdan Lang.
What?
Bogdan, one of the Lang brothers. He's the man that jumped from the castle's roof.
You said jumped, not pushed?
I saw it. He jumped when confronted by Hatur. Victoria wasn't there.
I knew it. You hear that, Benedict? This changes everything.
Nothing has changed for me. Nothing until we have solid proof and the whole truth. I'm going to that dreadful island.
And I'm going with you.
Why would you want that? What changed?
That ground plan you have could be our last hope to find and save Victoria.
Again with her.
No, listen to me. Henry mentioned a man named Yakov Prenga.
The former priest of this church.
And former warden of the asylum.
That man allegedly wanted to kill, obliterate the spirit of Jadwiga Mazrak and...
Do not mention that witch's name ever again within these walls.
And to do that, he needed to find a place inside the mountain where he believed he would find Nerman and the book. The spot marked X could be our last hope. The priest could be there.
Maybe we'll only find Timur, Bogdan's brother.
Prenger disappeared. We were never able to find him. The chief closed the case, believing it to be related to the Saborans, as usual. But I still remember, there were some people who swore to have seen him go the Via Dolorosa way.
Maybe it was a Saboran-related case after all. The asylum is in their hands now. The only problem is, we can't possibly get to that island. I came back here to seek help from Henry. I had a feeling he might have an idea how, but he didn't want to share it with me at the time.
You should be deported! Miserable human beings! All you brought here was pain and death.
Look at my poor Henry. And the children. Oh my God. Dear God.
I'm sorry, sister. We never wanted...
She's right. There is a way to get onto the island.
How? Henry said it's impenetrable.
Not if you get deported.
What?
I could take you in under the guise of a fictitious denunciation. You will be deported.
That's insane. There must be another way.
There isn't.
What happens next, after you denounce us?
We will hand you over to the watchman of the asylum, chained. It won't be a pleasure ride, that's for sure. Some people die before even getting there, at the Via Dolorosa. You get whipped for your sins, and not everyone is able to confess them.
Then I have nothing to worry about, at least until we get onto the island.
Whatever happens after is in God's hands.
How fast can you do that?
Right away? I don't think you have the time to think about it.
I say we do it immediately.
I agree. But we can't leave Henry's poor body like this. We should do something about it.
You leave him alone. I'll take care of him.
My father is dead!
Sister, I hope you find the strength to get through these dark times. I'll pray for you and Henry's soul.
Go away and don't come back ever again.
Ready to go?
God help us.
Ah! Dear God!
Confess your sins!
Forgive me, for I have sinned. I had abandoned you.
Not enough inmate Nikolai! You are not telling the whole truth!
You want salvation from the stake. Tell me where the Book of Sekvra is, and I'll grant you absolution. To each, I give a final chance. Witchcraft and devil worship are your sins. Confess. Where is the book? Human flesh and blood is what you crave. Do you want absolution? Denial of the divine Catholic faith has you tied to that stake. Say it. Confess. Or be burned alive. Your heart is as black as your craft, necromancer. Speak up, or die in eternal flame. You have all chosen the devil. So be it. Death is only the beginning of your torment. Remember the name! Malleus Maleficarum! You heard about me. I am Ulrich de Inani, prosecutor of the Valais Tribunal. No? You've never heard of Malleus Maleficarum? Look me in the eyes, witch! Your disciples are no more. I've cast them into ash and dirt. Indeed, your kin. What a day. I made God proud of me. Where's the manuscript? The Sekvra book.
Never will I tell you.
Then you choose the same fate as your kin. Where is it? Copies have already been found. What makes you think we won't find the original? Save us the effort and avoid a painful death. Tell me where to find more of your kind.
Everywhere.
We razed entire towns, whole villages, lonely houses on hilltops, and when we thought there were no more, we found yet another cult. And another one. And another one. You spread like rats. There must be a hole from which the Mazrak slither from. I need to know.
Kin is here. Kin is everywhere. Kotar is everywhere.
Coming down here in your filthy cell. I didn't expect anything. No sane person would tell me the answers I seek. But I had to see you helpless, chained like the lowlife you are. Any time now you'll be taken upstairs by the guards. Your soul, body, and religion will be obliterated for eternity. May God be merciless upon you.
Curse you, Ulrich, and your bloodline for eternity! Curse and
Benedict, wake up! We need to hurry up! Come on, not again. I have to get him off that cross. If nothing is blocking the mechanism above, I might be able to pull the chain, and by doing so, the other side would climb up. I just need to find a way to pull it down first. It's out of reach at the moment. She's been dead for some time. Her head was shaved, and her breasts amputated. He has no eyes, and a good part of his flesh was eaten, left here as food. The cross to which I was tied. The watchman did a sloppy job of crucifying me. No way. Benedict! All right, it's time for another push. This time with some real force. You are not yet to be crucified.
Ulrich, Jadwiga.
Nightmares again?
I torched heretics and was cursed by a witch in chains. It was horrible because I know there's some truth to the curse. Father made sure I would remember it. Where am I?
Consider yourself blessed. You fainted after the first whip on that boat.
Now that you mention it, I'm starting to feel the lacerations.
Hold tight. I have to untie you.
Nikolai, what are you waiting for?
Quiet. He'll hear us. Now go on, get up. We have to hurry.
Where are we?
Looks like a mass graveyard to me.
Wait a minute. I have nothing in my pocket. My Bible. Everything.
Yes, they took everything we had on us.
We have to get my Bible back, Nikolai.
And we will. Calm down. Let's concentrate now on finding that priest.
If I remember correctly, the graveyard should be directly below the section marked with the X.
Indeed. We have to get up there.
How?
I'm not sure yet. We have to look around and try to find a way. Careful how you move. I don't know where the watchman is. After leaving us on the cross, he receded into the dark.
Let's hurry up then.
If nothing is blocking the mechanism above, I might be able to pull the chain, and by doing so, the other side would climb up. I just need to find a way to pull it down first. It's out of reach at the moment. It's a composite of recently dead bodies, amputated limbs, and crushed skulls. It's full of blood, skin, and flesh. They must be using it to transport what remains of the inmates from above. The stench is unbearable. Everything on this pile is in its last stages of decay. Minced flesh and bones. One could not see the difference from pig meat. Badly disfigured bodies. Young, old, the elderly. It doesn't matter to the asylum. There it is. Seems like a long enough leg bone that it should allow me to reach the chain.
It worked.
Oh, good. The mechanism isn't blocked from above. Now all you have to do, sit inside the plate.
You sit in there. It's full of blood and flesh. I'll climb up using the chain.
We have no time for this, Benedict. Hop in. I'll pull you up. You're too weak for anything else.
It's all because of my back. Whenever you're ready.
Once inside, find a mechanism, or anything that could take me up with the same thing.
Now wait. I'll find a way to lift the plate up. I think. It's our only way out of here. It looks different from the rest of the doors here.
My door remains closed. Closed. Yes. Hey, little man. Want me to get that friend of yours up here? I wouldn't advise it. I wouldn't advise it.
He's not my friend, but I need him here. So, sure, yes. But how would you do it?
They don't know about my little secret. I'm Marco. Wait here.
How did you do it?
I did it! I did it! New inmates, the two of you?
I hope not. How did you pull the chain up?
My little secret. Don't tell anyone. Promise.
We promise.
I made a hole in the wall. I dug and I dug until breaking through to the warden's room, inside his cabinet. Now I can do everything. Open doors, close doors, pull chain, go out, go back.
So why don't you escape then?
No, I gotta make a new hole in the floor and only then escape. God rewards only persistence and hard work. I hate people who don't work. I hate them.
You ever talk to the gravekeeper?
Never even saw him. He's always down in the hole. My people say he was killed, but I don't know. I don't know.
Your people?
Cellmates. Only two come to visit us. The Caped Man and the Food Man.
The Caped Man?
He inflicts the pain. Cruel, evil, strong. I hate him. When the time comes, he is the last one you'll see in life. Not me. I will get out of here. Go see my Boyana, and then I can die. She will be the last one I see.
Food man brings you food, I guess.
Yummy! Delicious food from the hole.
This is insane.
You eat or die. You can't choose. Time passes, and you get used to it.
Do you know who Jakov Prenger is?
How could I not? Former priest, yes.
Have you ever seen him in the asylum?
Only Caped Man and Food Man. No one else. Not even my cellmates.
In what part of the asylum are we now?
Secret section. Only very special inmates are held here. I'm very special, I think.
So there are two more special inmates here?
The one next to me is empty, I believe. Caped Man never goes in since the last inmate was thrown into the hole. There is a man behind the last door, but I don't know. He may be dead. Caped Man didn't go in there today.
You said you can open doors. Could you open the door of the cell the Caped Man visited last?
Wait here. The watchman took your stuff from you, didn't he?
He did?
Good, good. Wait. Take your stuff back, little men.
We really appreciate this.
You gave me my Bible back. God bless you.
I'm not sure it's everything, but it's something. Just go now!
It's locked. Nothing can be seen inside. It's too dark.
Always locked. Always.
There's a man on the floor.
Get inside.
It's a bottomless pit used to discard feces, or what remains of the inmates once their souls leave this cruel world. A simple bucket for a gruesome purpose. We are too late. This man is dead.
He has no intestines.
Because of the rats who ate them while being trapped under that bucket. Let's leave him...
How did you get out of the basement?
What?
You finally found a way out.
I think I recognize you. Is that really... Oh my God, it is you. I've hoped so much to find you here with all my heart, but wouldn't dare believe.
This is your father? Your real father, Yosef?
You left your sister alone down there. That which could find her.
What? Where? Where is Victoria?
Easy, Father. Calm down now.
Your mother. The Bible. What I did. It's all my fault. I kept you locked in that basement for too long. I'm so sorry, son.
Don't think about anything. Try to calm down now.
He's losing it.
I kept you. Please. Water. Water.
Quickly, try to find some water. I'll stay here with him.
I'll try. You do your best to make him talk before it's too late. You hear me? Victoria's father. Seeing him like this makes me think. If it wasn't for him and that letter he sent, we wouldn't be in this nightmare. This is his punishment. He got what he deserved. It's the bucket the torturer used to keep the rats on Yosef's abdomen. Hygiene is not a priority at the moment. Just the water. I'm taking it.
Consider yourself blessed this time. Stop doing that. Little man's friend, what can I do for you?
Do you have some water in the cell?
I drank all I had. Why?
Death wish from your cellmate.
So, he's still alive. Unexpected. Remarkable. Water is given only once a week. It's hard to stay alive without it. It's hard. I had to create an automated circle of renewal. That is, whenever I take a leak, I do not use the hole for feces, no. I do it in a small bowl that I hide inside the hole. They must not find it, or else I'm dead. I want to help the poor man with his death wish. Take my urine.
I doubt that dying man will notice the difference anyway. Pour the urine in my bucket.
Excellent choice. Prepare the bucket for the transfer. I'll get the bowl. God bless that man for a peaceful rest.
Thank you for doing this. I've managed to get him something to drink.
No. Father doesn't need it anymore.
I'm sorry. Have you asked him if...
True faith is having faith in others, Benedict. All I ever did, I did for the family, Benedict.
Listen to me. Did he tell you anything about Victoria?
Look closely enough and you will find God in people, Benedict.
How did he end up in the asylum?
Have faith in people and you will find God, Benedict.
Have you asked him about that priest, Yakov?
No.
He could be in some other cell, still alive.
He's not.
For God's sake, would you snap out of this self-pitying state and start answering my questions? You'll have us both killed. Listen to me.
Seeing God in people. What did he mean by that?
Did he tell you anything meaningful? Anything at all?
Father said a lot of things, but they all sound like nonsense. Mumblings of a dying man in agony.
Anything about Victoria? About Yakov? We must find that man.
Yakov lies dead in front of us, Nikolai. Yakov was my father. He changed his name after arriving in this town.
Your father was Yakov Prenger?
He lied about having been sent by the Vatican. I need time to absorb and process all the things he said. Help me with his body. I can't leave it here. He will be eaten by rats or tossed into piles below. I can't leave him.
It's impossible. You know that.
But...
You must leave him here, Benedict.
I finally found him, only to lose him again? This time forever?
Say a prayer, and then let's get out of here as quickly as possible before someone arrives. I'll follow you.
Rest in peace, Father.
Ready to go?
I am. The warden's room.
I saw the key, yes, but I didn't know it was his. Just don't get caught, little man.
The warden's room. When a man looks through the window of faith with the eyes of God, to him everything is beautiful, and everyone is the same. From up here I can see a big part of the lake, and in the far distance, against the menacing Udav mountain, the dormant town of Sveti Kotar. It's locked. Some medical manuals in Latin. They all appear to be related to the anatomy of human bodies. This could be Khatur's diary. No words, only dates with numbers next to them. The numbers could represent executed or banished persons on these dates. As an outsider, I can only guess and pray for their souls. There's a lot of information in these documents. They appear to be some sort of official medical archive or something. Josip was brought to us this morning. He was a devoted Catholic. Never hurt a fly, never yelled at anyone. Perfect for our cause. Almost perfect. I laid him on the ground, tying him up in the process, and ripped out his tongue and vocal cords. As such, he was ready to be transported. The couple who took him were nice. We chanted together, sacrificed the man, and split between us his remains. He is now a slave of Kasag in the kingdom of Ahrizat. He is now perfect. A nameless woman came in. She was too young and too healthy to be sacrificed. Pray as this is rare and precious. In the upcoming decades, she will be put to good use. Fresh meat and blood will be coming out of her womb, replenishing our needs and strengthening the moon. An elderly man and woman. They were too old to be transported back to land. I took care of them. I was surprised by how much pain they could endure. Dissecting them alive was a pleasure, as I learned more about these people. Their veins had diluted blood, and their brains were mushy. Was it because they were Catholic, or due to old age? Before I could break their spirits, their hearts stopped. I tried attaching their bowels together as one. I was curious if this would work. Their agony is like music to our ears. The watchman then took them away. It was time well spent. For the love of God, no. I've had enough of these monstrosities. Can you open the warden's room from there? I want to take a look.
No key. Not possible. You need the key to open the door. I can't do it.
Can we go through the hole in your cell? Can you let us in?
Little man, my cell is my cell.
Can you move us down now?
God bless that man for a peaceful rest. He has suffered for far too long. Far too long.
He surely did. Maybe I should take his body after all. I can't leave it here.
You can't. You can't do that, little man. You would get caught, and then you would share his same fate. You must leave. Once you hear the chain, jump onto the plate. I'll open the cage of the lake too. Just beware of the watchman. He's always lurking.
What about you? Are you sure you don't want to come with us?
I want to use my own hole, not the one everyone else uses. My hole is my hole.
Good luck, Marco.
God bless you. And I've almost forgot. The bucket with your drink. I'm leaving it here on the wall.
Thank you!
I don't think I can leave his body in this place.
No, brother. We must leave. And you must let him go. Joseph died years ago. This person is not your father.
I wouldn't be standing here if that was the truth, but now I understand why he chose this town. Why he chose to leave his family. You're right. It's my time to leave him. Come. I know where we must go.
Tell me what happened in that cell. Did he say anything that made sense?
I don't know. He was losing himself. Blamed me for...
Benedict, we left the island and I kept quiet. It's not much, but I gave you the time to grieve and think. Your father is dead. Gone. Thinking about him and pitying yourself now will only send your sister his way. We have to act. What did he say to you?
I was trying to say... He was blabbering, but some things made sense to me. In a strange kind of way.
What do you mean?
Father insisted that he must do the things he already did.
More specifically?
Pass the family's Bible to his next of kin. The last male child of the Dochnani family. Me. Then he said he needs to go to Sveti Kotar to save his bloodline from the curse of Jadwiga Mazrak.
Nonsense. Did he say anything about Victoria?
It's all so strange and frightening. I dreamed... Jadwiga was in my dream, and I was Ulrich de Inani.
Who's Ulrich?
Our ancestor.
All right. You should let him stay dead and focus on the present and Victoria.
Joseph kept mentioning the basement, about how did I manage to get out, and why did I leave Victoria there. He blamed me for leaving her alone.
What basement?
We spent all of our youth in the cold part of our house. In those dark times, we laughed together. We cried together. And we got beaten together. It's how we found God.
Would you leave the past behind already? And forget about God for a moment. Wake up! We need to find her.
The past could be the key to find Victoria.
How?
I'm not sure yet.
Before leaving the island, you said you knew where to go. Nothing you say now has meaning. We hit a dead end. We went onto that island, and I was whipped, tortured, and had to confess. For what?
That is not the truth. Listen. We have to find that basement he kept mentioning.
You mean go back to your childhood home in Győr?
Not exactly. If we find that basement, we might be able to save Victoria and put an end to my bloodline's curse.
So, you swallowed everything that came out of your father's mouth.
There were times I've asked myself if the curse was just a sham to keep us obedient, but the curse exists. I'm now more certain than ever before.
Are you sure because of the dream you had, or because your father told you so? Both are absurd notions.
Because of everything we've been through since arriving in Sveti Kotar. It all makes sense now.
How, exactly? Explain it to me. Push away this cloud of mist around my thoughts.
I need help to do that. We have to go back to where it all started yesterday.
Back to that damned house. Why would you want to do that?
Not the house. We have to visit the neighbor, the old woman, Vera Karzam.
Why?
Father kept repeating that she's my mother. He left his family, but he didn't forget my mother's name. I quote, "Your mother Vera, she's an angel. Only she can save your sister from the basement. Mother can help you save her and put an end to our bloodline's curse. Kill the witch, destroy Sekvra."
So this was your plan.
Do you have any better leads? Ideas? Anything?
If that is the truth, and that elderly woman... Wait, you think she's keeping Victoria in her basement? You think she's the witch?
I doubt it. I didn't sense anything evil in that woman. But the way my father...
It actually makes sense. She might be the source of evil, not Nadman. Right under our noses the whole time. We searched for Victoria all over this accursed valley, only to find her where it all started.
I don't think we'll find her. I think my father gave us something, but don't expect a miracle. Victoria is no longer. Let's go straight to the old woman. Who could have done this?
I don't know. We should stay away.
You can't get inside through that window, so why barricade it?
Unless you want to keep out things that move above the ground.
There are small gaps between the planks, but I can't see anything inside.
Absolute darkness.
Someone went through a lot of pain to protect it from intruders.
It's almost as if the thorny plant is growing from the door itself.
I see only twigs, branches, and a couple of sheaves of a strange yellow root.
What is that yellow thing in there?
The 4 letters divided by a cross, V, K, J, and P. They surely stand for Vera, Karzam, and Yakov Prenger. My father found true love and happiness in the saddest of places. Madam, are you here? I have information about the priest. Your lover.
She's here. I can feel it.
Madam Vera, it's me, Benedict.
We just want to talk!
Nothing.
Open up, or I'll do it!
Would you calm down?
Victoria is in the basement, and we're here standing on the porch knocking like 2 beggars.
We don't know that. It could all be a big misunderstanding, or the hallucinations of a dying man.
I've had enough. I'm going in.
Wait!
See if she's still breathing. I'll check the basement and the rest of the house.
Thank God, Vera is still with us. Madam? Wake up. Are you all right? What happened? You want the chalkboard? Right. Just a moment. Can you hold it? Here. Was outside to feel the tree, fainted after. Why you here? That's Nikolai in the basement. My sister's husband. Nikolai has been led to believe my sister is in your basement. I know, calm down. I disagree with him. Why he thinks she here? What do you know about Yakov's life before he came here? He served God as a priest. Nothing else? Church sent him to succeed Pavle Moravica. Pavle, our former priest. Why, you ask? Yakov was definitely a man of few words. Not to me, we were soulmates. He always told me everything. We found your lover. In the asylum. He died soon after we arrived. I knew. I felt the tree. The tree told me. I could not accept truth, but I knew. I deserved sadness for his death, but he did not deserve to die. Did he suffer? Yakov was tortured and was in great pain. It's hard to say anything that makes sense now. Before his eyes closed, I had a chance to talk to him. He said some things I want to ask you about. Call Nikolai upstairs. Have you convinced yourself that she's not here?
Not yet. The basement is huge, and it has a few locked doors.
You are good soul, but I don't know what he is. He is strange. He won't find anything, but you need ask me, so ask quick while he not here. The name Jadwiga Mazrak, does it mean anything to you? Horror, pain. That evil spirit was in my family. Your family? Mother gave birth to sister in Merzel's house. Sister was possessed at birth by evil spirit of Jadwiga. So the spirit of the witch dwells inside that house. It was there, maybe not anymore. It lived in my sister's body for many years until she died. My sister did not made me blind, voiceless, cursed for solitude. It was Jadwiga. God wanted her to do it. I deserved punishment, and I did not offer resistance. Why would you deserve such a cruel fate? I explore that house, and my mother come look for me. She start give birth to sister there, and father decide we stay until end. She gave birth in that house because of me. Then she and father died because of evil spirit in my sister. I am guilty. I deserve punishment. Do you remember saying that I'm cursed? I know you are. How could you know that? Your voice and soul talk to me. Yakov claimed you can put an end to that, to my bloodline's curse, and that you can help me save Victoria, but I don't know how and where. I know nothing. You are not telling me everything. He said I need to kill the witch and destroy the Sekvra book. You are not telling me everything, Benedict. Yakov said that only you can save my sister from the basement. That is why Nikolai is so obsessed in finding her downstairs. Many basements, catacombs in this valley. How can I know where she is? Yakov said nonsense. I'm not quite sure yet. I think she's lying to me. Why Yakov tell you this? What are you to him?
I found a lamp that works. The basement is empty. Any luck with the old woman?
Stall. Do not make him come upstairs. Not yet. I'm trying. Have you checked the 2 locked doors?
I'm about to now.
What are you to Yakov? Yakov was my father. His real name was... I don't want to know. I felt it that you are his son. He lied to me and God. He had a family. He came to Sveti Kotar to save us, but failed. My mother died, and probably my sister too. All because of the curse. All because of Jadwiga. Help me to end the suffering. Do you know what he meant by Victoria being in the basement? I think you do. Where can I find this basement? Not a basement, it is underground place. Where do we find it? You must find it, not him. Victoria is in Mountain's womb. Alive is, not dead. Nermin is keeping her. Udav Mountain? How do you know she's still alive? My visions. I saw her chained, terrified by demon screams. Nothing else. She is alive where Saborans lived before Kotar and his expedition murdered the tribe. How can I kill the witch? It's an evil spirit, invisible to my eyes. So how can I even find it? The Sekvra book. You must have the book to see her. I found book with my sister in Merzel's house. Catacomb. Nikolai has the book, but he didn't tell me anything. Except that he mentioned his mother. She always shows to the one holding the book. Sometimes she uses the form of other persons or animals, but she always shows. We must hurry. I stop right if Nikolai comes. How do you know all these things? Kasag's prophecy foresees. The king of Saborans is coming. That is reason. It is happening right now. If Nermin want to become king, he need pray for ritual. He has your sister in only place where ritual must be. Inside the Temple of Truth in Udav. But how do you know these things? How can you know? Why did he choose Victoria as his victim? When I was young, Jadwiga would play with my sister body and me. She tortured me with curses from Sekvra. She talked, said much, thinking that I will die anyway. She revealed secrets, and so I know. Yakov wanted to know things, but he was my love. I could not risk to lose him, so I lied not to know more. It is time now. It is mystery why Nermin chose your sister, but you must save her and you must end curse. You must save people from King Nermin. You are last hope for Sveti Kotar, your sister, and you. Nikolai already visited the mountain, but found nothing but a mine there. No one found Saboran settlement after Kotar. Many tried, but no one found. Many died. Centuries-old mystery. Even when I had eyes I never saw, never was there. But I know place where you must look. I know because Jadwiga told me. So where is it? I don't know how you enter, don't know what is entrance. But where is that location? You must tell me, now, the location. Find old Inquisition painting of mountain that Ulrich made. Ulrich de Inani drew a painting? People say it was him. He was obsessed to find Jadwiga and Sekvra in this valley. He believed but failed to find. He wanted to find Saboran settlement but failed to find, just like Yakov. Lost mind at end because failures and set himself on fire. Poor man. Painting will help to explain where you must go. You must get it. Where do I find the painting? In the Grimalda castle? I've been there already. No, castle is dangerous. Antique store owner has replica in store. Ask Elisabetta and say I sent you. She will help. I helped her. Say so. How will the painting help me to find that place? Come back here and I help. I need painting to show. Remember, after you get in Udav, you must find Jadwiga body and torch it. You must not forget. Find it and destroy. It is there, Jadwiga told me. Only way to destroy Jadwiga evil spirit is to incinerate body. And destroy Sekvra. Sekvra can be destroyed only if falls into dark hole of Ahrizat. The kingdom of Ahrizat? Temple of Truth has endless hole. Hole is passage to Ahrizat. Eternal darkness and torment. You will not save sister, not anyone. If you do not do that, evil will survive if you fail. Do not forget.
Victoria's not here. Did Vera reveal anything?
God, you scared me. How did you get here?
There's a passage that leads outside the basement and surfaces in the woods. You withered old hag! You saw us on the porch and moved Victoria out! Where is she?
She did not. Calm down. I know where Victoria is.
Where?
I'll tell you everything on our way back to town. Let's leave Vera in peace now. She has to rest. Do you need help before we leave, Madame Vera? Are you sure you're all right? All right. See you soon.
So, after following advice from a shell of a man, we...
Don't talk about him that way.
You are doing your best to find your sister dead. We just shifted from your father's nonsense to his lovers.
Why have you followed me then? I told you what Vera...
Have you seen her? She's a blind, withered old woman knocking on death's door. But I'm going to listen to her only because it proves, finally, that I've been right from the beginning. Victoria is in that mountain. I was right. I'm following you, but I won't get rid of the Sekfra before we find my wife.
By keeping that book, you are putting me in great danger as well, and...
You know the reason. Sekfra may be our leverage to get her to safety. I'm not getting rid of it. End of discussion.
There's something strange about him in this book. It's not only about saving my sister. A hidden hatch?
It is. The floor is hollow here.
No way I'm going to lift this up. It's too heavy for my back.
I'll do it.
The feet are... The tissue is falling apart. Severely gangrenous. The man is either dead or soon to be. It's full of human skulls. Dear God, these people torched their own to get through cold nights. Was it shame or fear? Whatever the cause, they committed an unforgivable sin. The man left a note on his body. I got tired of fear, loneliness, and darkness. To anyone who knew me, be brave. Yours sincerely, Willem.
The easiest thing to do is just let it go. Old coward.
No need in trying to get inside. There's a proof of faith notice on the door.
What does it say?
With the power given from God, the town of Sveti Kotar confiscates all properties of Taborgorsky and condemns him to punishment for an indefinite amount of time in the Marov Asylum.
Well, he will experience pain, but certainly not in the name of God.
It's closed. Thought so. Now what?
We use the power of the voice. Hello? We need something! It's urgent!
Who is it?
Can you open up, please? Vera said to come to you about an important matter.
Ugh. One can never find peace in this town. Come in.
Well, don't just stand there. You disrupted my peace. Speak up now.
We wanted to ask you about a painting you might have.
You said Vera sent you. Is this about Ulrich's painting?
Do you have it?
Yes.
May we see it?
Maybe. You may even take away that damned painting, but you need to give me something in return.
What do you want in return for the painting?
Look around you. I want a rare, special object that no one... I don't know what I want. I'll know when I see it.
What's wrong with the painting?
It shows what should remain hidden. You already know what it is. It's just that you don't know how to find it.
Excuse me. It's a weapon.
And it's not that special or rare in this valley. But I've never had a chance to hold one in my own hands. Give it to me. Yes, it's mine now. It's my turn to inflict pain on God's behalf. Anything else?
The crucifix should be enough.
To take a look at the painting, sure, it is. But if you want to take it with you, you'll have to do better than that.
Nikolai, do you have anything for Elisabetta? I have nothing else.
I might. I have to check. She's been following me since the island. I'm glad she did. I feel safer with her around.
Step outside and stay there. I won't open that door again. I'm already here. Enough! You'll raise the dead, or even worse, lure the demons to me. I'll give you the painting. Just end that infernal ringing.
Fair enough.
Are you really going to give us the painting now?
I can stand this bell. I should have gotten rid of it a long time ago. Wait here. Take a look.
The moon is so domineering.
The Saborans believe the moon is under Kazak's control. He influences humans and oversees life. But if you ask me, he is a false god, as much as the moon is a false light.
The 3 peaks of Udav.
Whenever I glance at it from my window, I see the helm, or even better, the crown of evil.
A small river spring at the foot of the mountain, almost devoured by the forest.
The point where Henna River surfaces and flows into the darkness of Carcassa. Now that you had a good look at the painting, what do you want to do with it?
I'm not sure yet.
Great. This seems like another complete waste of...
I think I know the reason. You are not the first person to come looking for it. When looked at upside down and at the right angle, you get to see...
It's the accursed symbol. How is this possible?
Why? We couldn't see this the other way around.
You're asking me too much. I know nothing of drawing techniques, or whatever the case is here.
Who else asked you about the painting?
Jakov Brenger.
You helped the priest?
My body and soul paid the price for refusing to help him.
What happened?
I was taken into the asylum back when he was still the warden there. Well, not only the warden, but the executioner as well. He tortured me for months, maybe years, I couldn't say.
I'm sorry for what he did to you.
It's your fault. Why didn't you help the man? He was powerful. You knew what would happen.
I couldn't betray my only true friend, Vera. She's an angel. Vera begged me not to help him because if I did, she knew she would lose him forever. And eventually she did. But her life is a spiral of continuous sadness and sorrow. I just couldn't accept giving her the last stab.
This is a Saboran symbol. We've seen it many times in this valley.
Their most important symbol.
The 3 triangles are the 3 peaks of the mountain.
The dot in between the 2 peaks is the moon. Kazak.
And the line falling from the moon is the light that falls onto the lower peak, which casts a shadow on the location at the foot of the mountain.
What is that location?
A place of beauty and terror. Pepel.
Mostov mentioned the place. It's where the Inquisition carried out the executions.
If you are guilty or not, a Saboran or wrongfully denounced, destiny awaits you in this place. The executioner would bind your hands and feet and tie a weight around your neck. Then he would cast you into the Henna's spring. If the person was accused of something else other than witchcraft, he would have been torched at the stake immediately.
What would happen to the person cast into the spring?
If the accused sank, they were considered a Saboran, whereas if they floated, indicated witchcraft. In both cases, they were torched alive after the ordeal, like the rest of the accused and their ashes thrown into the river.
History books say differently. Those who sank were considered innocent.
Not in this valley. If they sank, it meant they embraced Henna, the water that bleeds out from the very uterus of the accursed mountain. When here, forget about the rest of the world and their ways of performing anything, including the water ordeal.
The detective said Saborans were executed at the castle in the past.
Not just the Saborans. The Inquisition built a road that descended from the castle directly to Pepel, called by the locals Putlesheva, which stands for the Road of Cadavers.
How can we find that road?
You can't. The forest devoured it centuries ago.
So why is this symbol pointing out to Pepel?
It's pointing to the location you seek to enter the mountain.
The entrance is there?
How did you know we're looking for it?
That's the whole point of this painting.
It's a map.
What map?
The symbol is a map. It shows where the entrance is.
Correct. The symbol is so simple and common, and yet no one has ever realized its true meaning. Ulrich found the entrance and then hid his findings into the drawing.
You mean he found the location of the entrance, but not the entrance itself?
He found the entrance, saw and felt the Saboren's underworld.
Didn't he set himself on fire?
He did.
Maddened by his failure to find what he was looking for.
He didn't lose his mind because he couldn't find it, but because he did. He went in, and when he came back, he was never the same again. Just like our patron saint.
Vera was wrong. Or she lied to us.
She didn't lie.
What would be the best way to reach Pepel?
There's just one possible route. Through the Carcassa forest.
No human entered that mountain for centuries, but now we get there and just walk right in?
I never said I knew the entrance. Once there, you have to figure it out on your own.
We should think about that once we actually find the location.
In a strange, maybe even unnatural way, Pepel is shielded by a peculiar rock formation called Tulove Grede. Some people believe these rocks were once the hiding place of Jadwiga Mazrak, and the reason why Ulrich and the Inquisition were unable to find her.
I believe I've already seen them.
You are full of surprises, little priest. When there, find a way to climb over or circumvent them, and you'll see the splendor of the Henna spring pool.
You can't be so sure about Ulrich. I mean, this happened centuries ago, and no one in town seems to know anything about it. So how do you know?
You take me as one of those fools out there.
No.
Don't question my words. I didn't have to help you at all. I believe I've said enough. It's time for you to leave now. Take the painting.
Why would you want to keep it anyway? You said it's damned.
And what isn't in this valley? I've gone through a lot of pain to get my hands on it.
Come on, old lady. We know it's just a replica. You don't have to lie.
A replica wouldn't have the symbol hidden in the painting. Ask Bogdan Lang if you don't believe me.
The custodian of the castle? He's dead.
Dear God, what happened?
You heard about the man who fell off the castle roof. That was him.
Oh well, you got me thinking. He was a lowlife anyway. And with him gone, nothing ties me up with the painting's theft anymore.
Good for you. We have to go now. Benedict, shall we?
Good luck. And don't come back.
We have no reason to go back to Vera now.
Are you sure?
She told you the same as Elisabetta. She doesn't know where the entrance is. Why waste precious time?
I don't know. Maybe she lied.
What does God tell you to do?
Let's visit Vera first. Oh my God! Vera!
I'm not shocked to see this. How could one live if their soulmate is dead?
How did she manage to hang herself?
God gave her a hand.
We should leave her house in peace now. No one can answer anymore. Vera left a veil. Yakov found where entrance in Udav is. You must draw Saboren symbol on top of painting. Place triangles where peaks are. Line in middle at bottom end. It is where entrance is. I do not know what is location. I just write what Yakov said.
We already know that. She's describing Pepel. Does it mention Victoria?
You have to figure out where location is, but once there, to enter Udav, you must look for place where witches see world upside down. A place where witches see the world upside down?
I don't think I understand.
That is how body of sister, Jadwiga, always told me. Place where witchcraft beings see world upside down. A place where witches see the world upside down. Yes, of course! What else could it be then? The water ordeal.
Sorry?
It must be what Elisabetta said about Pepel. The Inquisition performed the ordeal by water at Pepel. The accused ones were bound by hands and feet and cast into the river spring with a weight tied around their necks.
And?
Think! They sank with their heads first, which made them see the world upside down.
Right.
I did not tell you because of shame, guilt, but body of sister gave birth to Nermin. Jadwiga is mother of Nermin. I am guilty for that, like for my parents' death, for Yakov, for everything. I do not deserve God and his forgiveness. I was in love with man, with family. I will fall further down now, further below ground, into eternal guilt and torment. I brought only desolation to this reality. God have mercy on my soul, and may he help you to find the right path. That's all.
Good. Let's move now.
The Tulove Grede.
Let's find a way to get past them. Are you ready? Getting over won't be an easy task. I won't be going back anymore. You shouldn't either.
I'm not ready yet. It looks very old, ancient, and so I wonder how could it resist the weather? Logs and grass rot very quickly. It's a very tall tree, and there seems to be something similar to a house in the treetop. It's inhabited by dozens, if not hundreds of crows? Damn scavengers. They are everywhere. They are placed in a way to form a strange triangle, like a sacred space for rituals. Each has 3 shallow holes on a flat top in a triangle formation. Interesting thought. They fit perfectly. I fear the rocks and the traps were created to serve a purpose as one. Gah! Crows are not what they seem to be.
Benedict? What are you looking at?
Crows take human form! I can see the crosses! I can see the sinners! The crucified sinners. I don't want to end up like them, so close to the sky and yet so far from heaven. I must absolve myself from my sins. I loved that place. Among its tall trees, I spent my childhood playing with my sister on Blind Man's Bluff. I miss those days. Anyone inside?
You are not welcome.
Father, please open the door. I have to confess.
The door stays closed, but I will listen to your words. What do you want to confess, Benedict?
I left my sister alone.
Continue.
I don't know where I left her, but it's a scary and dark place.
Search within yourself and you shall find her.
I renounced everything in my life to pursue my spiritual work.
You followed God. There is nothing wrong with that. Do you think your family is more important?
No, of course not. Nothing can be more... I don't know. I left Victoria. I left her alone to follow God. And now she's dead. Isn't that wrong?
You are a lost man, Benedict. You've come to the wrong place.
Father?
No absolution for your sins. Not now, not ever. You shall meet the others on the cross. But before that happens, you may say goodbye to your parents. Talk to them.
Please, in the name of God! Father, I beg you! No point. He won't listen to me. A symbol of Christ's eternal love for all humanity. Here lay the remains of my mother, Petra Dochnani, and my father, Josef Dochnani. You cannot talk back, but you can listen to what I have to say. Mother, I hope you found peace. Forgive me for leaving. I couldn't stay by your side as I was haunted day and night by Father's shadow. I hated him, but my heart was filled with sorrow. I forgive you, Father, for having left. Forgive me both for leaving Victoria alone. I don't know where she is. I know nothing about her except that she's scared and lonely, if even alive. I don't even know if this is a sin, as following God should never be regarded as such. May God forgive me, for I am lost, only a shell of the man I once was. So close to the sky, and yet so far from heaven.
Benedict? What's happening? You were just standing there several minutes.
Nothing. I was just crucified for following God. Let's go. I don't think it's locked, but rather blocked by something heavy on the floor inside.
Shall we now?
Let's go to Pepel.
Pepel.
I won't go back on those rocks. It's too dangerous for the body and soul.
What a place of beauty and terror is Pepel.
What are you doing? Nikolai? The spring of the Henna River, murky and completely lifeless. The ordeal by water was carried out here, where witches see the world upside down. Nikolai, do you see anything that could be an entrance?
No.
You're acting weird again. What's wrong? Nikolai? Ancient stakes made of stone, just like in the dream I had on the island. Via Cadavarum, the road of cadavers, or as they call it in this valley, Put Lesheva. It's completely overgrown, but on our way back we should try heading this way instead of the rocks.
Such a beautiful place. The yellow color is so soothing to my soul. If it only wasn't for the ashes at the bottom. They ruin the perfect image. I think I found the entrance. Follow me. I'm going in.
God, where? Into the water?
Just do as I say. Trust me for once.
Nikolai! Are you insane? Come out of there! Nikolai! I can't see him and I hear nothing. What should I do now? Am I really going to follow him? God, help me. Are we dead, Nikolai?
The monster.
You heard the monsters in the spring, too? What were they? Thousands of tormented souls screaming. Screams so horrible they hurt. I've never felt so much pain. Deep, visceral agony. It seemed to go on forever.
Monster is behind that rock.
You're talking about Nermin?
The king of Saborans.
What rock?
Victoria is alive behind.
How do we get through that rock? Nikolai, where's the rock? Talk to me. He's losing his mind, or playing with mine. Either way, I'm on my own. You've opened the Sekvra book. Why would you do that?
Victoria is near. Alive.
Close it. It's dangerous.
No! We must pass through!
What's going on with you?
Monster is here. I feel it.
How can you feel him?
He's close. I feel it.
How do we get out of here?
Sekvra is the key.
What do you mean, the key?
The solution.
To what?
Key to get to Victoria.
I'm not comfortable doing this, but I have no choice. Are these sigils?
Sigils of the 7 Utaloks of Ahrizat.
Utaloks? What are they?
Gods.
You mean some sort of malevolent beings of the Sekvra religion, not gods?
Gods. Gods of Ahrizat. The kingdom of soul slaves.
What do these symbolize?
The gods of Ahrizat.
The moon must be Kasag. What about the rest?
The gods of Ahrizat. Irkur Ahrizat.
I don't recognize this alphabet.
Saboran script.
Can you read it?
No.
These dastardly pages you drool over are getting us nowhere. Close the cursed book. Will you wake up?
Look around you.
There's nothing to see. We're trapped here.
Rocks. Look at the rocks. I believe rocks are the key. And you are right. Sekvra should rest now.
Nothing to see here. Just a dank rock. It's wet. Has a peculiar yellow color and sulfuric smell. Interesting. These same sigils are on that page, right?
Yes.
They look ancient. Must have been carved eons ago.
Sigils of the 7 Utaloks of Ahrizat.
It's full of narrow, deep crevices. They look strange. Doubtfully a work of nature. I feel a gentle breeze against my face and throat. It must be the passage Nikolai speaks of. It's full of small crevices, top to bottom. God, the symbols. I see them. Crows, trees, the moon.
Irkur, Ahrizat, symbols of gods.
Ancient, just like the sigils on the other wall. I understand. The same sigils and symbols seen in the book are on these walls. What now?
We open the passage.
How do we get through?
We must work together.
But how?
Tivalöba Kasag.
What?
We must get to Victoria.
Open the book. Let me see those pages again.
No.
Why? I can't find a connection with the carvings.
Mother says Sekvra is mine.
What?
Sekvra must rest now. We'll need it later.
He must be seeing Jadwiga. I have to hurry up and find a way out of here.
Adziri Simartle.
Get yourself together, Nikolai. Wake up from whatever is happening to you.
Two must hunt. Two must come back. Two must work together to pass through.
What are you talking about?
Text said, 2 Saborans go out to hunt. 2 must come back to pass through.
The text from the book? You said you can't read it.
Mother read it to me.
So how do we work together to pass through?
I stay here, by this rock. You go to the other one.
The other one? You mean the one with the symbols?
Yes. Irkur, Ahrizat, symbols of gods.
Then what? What about those symbols?
You push one at a time. Push a symbol. Then tell me which sigil I have to push.
So if I push the symbol of the moon, I have to tell you to push the sigil of Kasag.
Good, Benedict. Good. Kasag is the god of moon and existence.
What about the other ones? And how do I push them? It's solid rock, for God's sake. At least tell me the names of the Utaloks. You know their names, right?
Utuloks are rising. Matanbal, Ashreor, Nazash, Rashahaz, Belziz, Kasag, Yatkach.
What if I miss? What if I tell you the wrong name?
The king is coming.
Nikolai! His mind is fading into nothingness. It must be the malevolent sway of the book, heightened by this evil place. I'll try to get it right. Push Kasag!
King Kasag, god of moon and existence.
Push Ashreor!
Pray to Ashreor before looking for human flesh and blood, the god of hunting.
Push Nazash!
Prince Nazash, god of flesh and blood.
Push Yatkach!
The god of crows, Yatka.
Push Belziz!
He takes your conscience, beliefs, and values. Leaves nothing but primal fears and instincts. Pure madness.
Push Matanbal.
He who sends his minions to take your rest. The god of nightmares.
Push Rashahas.
God of natural cathedrals, full of shadows and leaves.
Nikolai, look! Something is moving!
The king is coming! Tivaleba Kasag!
It worked!
Victoria!
Wait! Dear God. The land of death and malice. The Saborans' settlement. I'm alone again. Every time things get bad, that man disappears. Either physically or mentally. I should follow the light and hope for the best. Like I have any other option left now. It's pitch black inside. I should find a source of light before venturing forth. Fallen boulders blocking the stairs. It's impassable. I can't even see where they lead to. The floor inside is full of holes, just like in the catacombs below the house. It might be the tribe's graveyard, but I'd need a source of light to find the body I'm looking for. This must be the Temple of Truth, where the ritual...
No, please. No more.
Victoria!
Please.
God, is that really her? The urn is full of strange-looking rocks that keep burning without being consumed. The scent they give smells of sulfur. The endless hole Vera told me about. It allegedly serves as a passage to the kingdom of Ahrizat. A strange root plant grows out of darkness, engulfing the hole. It's yellow and smells of decay. The color of the moon, the fake sun. I've seen this shade of yellow too many times since arriving in this valley. I can't see the point from which the drapery is hanging. I can only gaze in awe at how tall this temple is. Victoria?
Kill me, please.
Calm down. It's me, Benedek.
Brother?
She's a living corpse. She has no face, no ears. What's left of my sister? All I see is the shell of a human being.
Benedict?
Where's that monster?
I don't...
Where have you been? We must get...
No!
I had to find it.
You had to find what?
The body.
Jadwiga? You found her body. Where is it?
She's standing right next to me.
You had nothing in your hands, and nothing is standing next to you. What is wrong with you?
Only I can see my mother.
You always seem to disappear when it gets dangerous. There's nothing funny about it.
It's your ignorance that makes me laugh. You don't know what it's like to be in this agony.
Agony, you say? Look what that monster did to my sister, the wife you've been longing to find.
It's him.
Who?
Listen to me. My mother will get us out of here. Just calm down, and everything will be fine.
Your mother is long dead. It must be that you're seeing the spirit of Jadwiga.
No, 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 and no!
How many times have I told you to get rid of that book?
Sakvra stays with me. I need it.
Jadwiga is part of the book. She's eating your soul.
She's my mother! You can't see her because you're living a lie, separated from reality.
It's him! Nikolai is the monster!
The book has nothing to do with her. She came back into my life after I ended Nerman's. All thanks to my wife, who is both a blessing and a curse to me.
You killed Nermin? When?
This is all your sister's fault. And you did this to me. You made my life a nightmare.
What are you talking about?
I had to do it. I had to kill Nerman. He was about to kill Victoria in that house. She should have never brought us to Sveti Kotar. Not followed her father's letter. If only she did not care about her fool of a brother. Things would have been different then. I would still have my family, my baby and my wife. And I wouldn't have this thing growing inside me. This monster mutates me into something inhuman.
You are the monster we've been looking for this whole time?
I am not the monster. The monster lives inside my body.
You need to calm down now. We can help you. God can help you get on the right path. We have an exorcist among our ranks in the monastery. You just have to resist until we get back home.
Ha! Only my mother can help me.
Look at your wife. If you had the courage to kill Nerman for her, then you must find the strength to subjugate his spirit and take control of him. You can do it. You must do it for Victoria.
From the day I was born, they said I was a sin. God's degenerate. No one stood up for me. No one. And no God listened to my prayers. No one, except for my mother. She protected me. She guided me. And she made sure to silence those vile voices at the orphanage. In this tragedy, she comes back to me. And now I should listen to you? A man who cares only of what God has to say to him? Why listen to a spawn of the murderous Dayanani bloodline?
Wait, this... This is not who you are, brother. Forces of evil are manipulating your thoughts.
I listen only to my mother. If I kill you and Victoria, I will be rid of the monster inside. I will be free. And I will have my family back. My mother and my baby, who will be raised from the dead.
You killed our baby! You dragged me here! You tore my face off! And you made me listen to the maddening voices from below! You did that, not the demon! It was you! Monster!
I am not guilty for what has happened! It's you! And you should blame your brother!
No, Nikolai, wait!
What did you think? That I was following your orders because you're smart, capable, and so thoughtful of others? Huh.
Nikolai, we are family.
Look at your sister. I said, look at her. This is on you. You did that to her, not me. Now look me in the eye and tell me you are guilty for everything!
Words cannot describe how devastated I am for Victoria and for the deaths of all these people. But God is witness to your evil deeds. And who killed the orphans?
I had enough of listening to them and seeing how mean they were toward that poor child. So I silenced them once and for all.
They had to die? They were the only children left in this town.
No one's left to miss them.
You committed the same sin of the witch nun from Minsk, your mother. Why did you lie about not knowing where Victoria was?
You mindless, godly man.
You could have killed us anywhere you wanted. In Budapest, or the moment we stepped inside that house.
Nerman knew how to get here, not me. That is why I needed you. To find the way so that we could be here together, as a family.
Why drag us to this temple?
I follow the words of my mother. It is where the ritual must take place.
I recall Vera telling me Nerman requires prey for the ritual. I was so blind, stupid. Lucia, that poor lady. You slaughtered her like an animal and made me believe it was Nerman who came to the house.
She had to go. She saw the crow from my nightmare in me. The spirit of Nerman.
You killed Henry too.
He was about to die anyway, and he wanted to take Sakra from me.
You killed the mayor of Sveti Kotar.
My hands did, not my soul. It was Nerman who wanted him dead.
I want you to ask yourself, how are our deaths going to help you? Think about all the sins you've committed. Put that knife away and think about it. It's not too late. If you kill us now, he will become that same monster you are trying to destroy.
No! Tifoleba Kasag. Hadziris Simartle. Tivit Gadasasveli.
Nikolai, Jadwiga is using you to fulfill Kasag's prophecy. You need to stop this.
The demon.
Tvare kortsi agrisat tvit. Tvare kortsi agrisat tvit.
Nikolai, you are just being used for a vile cause. Listen to my voice.
Bow before me. I am to become the king of Saborans.
I'm afraid this man is beyond salvation. I should act. God forgive me. If Lucia was right about this small skull...
Oh, stop! Please!
Push him into the hole now!
Mother! Save me!
Now! Push him!
It's over. It's over, my sister.
Kasag is with me! Mother is with me!
Dear God, he's holding on the root!
Take the knife from the floor, cut it! Let him rot in Ahrizat.
Nikolai hangs above the endless abyss, gripping the root for dear life. He'll manage to climb up if I don't act fast. God, no!
What?
You'll never do it.
What are you waiting for? Cut the root!
I'm holding your body, your soul, your everything!
He has my Bible! He must have taken it from me in the struggle!
Let me climb up, and I'll give it back to you! I promise!
Benedict, cut the root! Do not listen to him! It's just a book!
God will understand.
You won't dare! I will eat you alive! No! Mother, save me!
Victoria! I feel so strange and weak. Nikolai has fallen into the darkness, taking with him the Sekvra book and my Bible. They are all gone. The world is a better place now.
I can finally let it go.
We'll find a way out of here, and you'll be taken care of.
You're bleeding.
It's nothing. Don't think about me. Before we leave...
Yes?
I have to find... Do you remember the story of the witch that cursed our bloodline?
How could I not? But this is not the right time to discuss it.
You know, the night we arrived here, I dreamed about that day our aunt died. Now I understand why. It was an ill omen. This temple doesn't remind you of the basement in our house, does it?
No, it...
The witch was hiding in the shadows of our house, as she's hiding now in this temple. You heard what Nikolai said.
Enough. We should leave.
I found him, Victoria. Father died in my arms.
Oh, Benedict. I'm so sorry.
He sacrificed himself by coming to Sveti Kotar. And now I understand why he did those things to us when we were young. He loved us!
You have to let him go now.
He was trying to protect us from the spirit of Jadwiga Mazrak and the...
Nikolai called that thing Mother. Why?
I believe I saw Jadwiga once after arriving in this town.
When?
While unknowingly carrying the Sekvra book in my pocket, inside the Bible.
I'm sorry. There wasn't enough time. I was chased. I had to hide it from...
You have nothing to apologize for.
But I ruined your Bible.
Just mere pages full of words that mean nothing if you don't know how to use them. It was just a book.
We must leave. Now.
Remember the ill omen. Jadwiga wasn't destroyed. She's here, and our bloodline remains cursed if we...
Something far more terrifying dwells within this mountain. Take me out of here. Drag me if you must.
Calm down. Everything is going to be all right. We'll make it. Father's sacrifice and your suffering. Everything will be in vain if we leave now.
Don't do that.
I must find the body.
It is dangerous, and you don't know where to look.
I can't leave without trying. It won't take me long, I promise.
Benedict.
The color of the moon. I can't I must be losing my mind. Victoria! Victoria, can you see him?
See whom?
Father. He's laying on the altar.
Stay away from it. The altar is empty, and Father is dead.
Victoria is right. He's dead. But he looks so real. What am I seeing then? And why? Father?
You've left God! You're not my son anymore!
This isn't happening.
You and your sister. You are a sin. A disgrace to the family name.
You're not real.
What are you doing?
Kill your sister and yourself!
Stay away from that altar. We must leave.
End the Dohnani's bloodline. Embrace the punishment. The passage is waiting for you.
I have to let you go.
Kill your sister and yourself!
No. You must die, once and for all!
What did you do?
You were just a burden. I had to... This altar lid is so fragile. I managed to...
Get away from it. Please.
A body is hidden inside, and it looks ancient. Could this be Jadwiga? You knew what was there, right? Victoria!
After he brought me here and tore off my face, I was barely conscious. But I remember seeing Nikolai hiding a body in there. Just leave it there, please. You don't know how it will affect you.
No need to be worried about me. The body was wrapped in some sort of yellow cloth, probably as part of a Soboran ceremonial ritual a long time ago. I dread even thinking about unwrapping it, But this must be it. This must be Jadwiga's body. I should do what I was tasked to do. Reduce it to ashes. Stabbing the body won't do anything to it. But cutting a piece of its cloth to set it on fire... Now all I need is to set it on fire and stab the evil thing with it. It bewilders me how through all these centuries no one figured out the meaning of this symbol, though cleverly and mysteriously hidden. How was no one able to find it in this painting? After centuries of agony and death, the Dohnani family sees freedom. This knife and fire end your existence, Jadwiga Mazrak. It's over, sister. The witch can't hurt us anymore. Jadwiga Mazrak is being reduced to ashes. Evil is being consumed by the light. The curse is no more. We're free. Let's leave this accursed place.
Can you forgive me?
Sister?
About Mother.
I should ask for forgiveness, not you. I did the same thing as Father. I left. I am so sorry for everything you've been through. It's my fault. I've been wrong and blind, Victoria. I should have been there for you. Forgive me.
Shh. The question our father always asked.
What is true faith?
Yes. Well, I think you finally know the answer.
Where am I? How have I ended up here? Victoria? Are you downstairs? The last thing I remember is being with her inside the mountain. But it feels so strange. When I think of what happened, I'm not sure it did at all. It feels like it was all just a bad dream. The sky is clear, and the sun is so bright. I should like what I'm seeing, but I find it disturbing. I'd swear there was a face here before. The sculpture is faceless now. It's the tree from the forest. What was the name? Ah, the Forest of Carcassa. A gentle wind is caressing the trees and tenderly playing with dead autumn leaves. death can be beautiful. Is this the crow man from my dream? What was his name? Nikolai or Nermin? It's the feathers that make these flying animals so beautiful. I think someone ate the eyes. Its beak is full of blood and pieces of flesh. She's not in the house. Where should I look for her? I can see rooftops and a tall church tower in the far distance. Maybe I should go in that direction. A cold breeze is caressing my face. It's soothing. I could stay here forever. The tall, dark trees. I'm torn between going inside the forest or running away from it. Each appeals to me. Whoever destroyed it did the right thing. That's a painting of my sister in her younger days. I don't know why, but I don't like it. It's driving me mad. I left the house and followed the trail downhill to the sun-bathed town. While searching for Victoria, I encountered many people who made me realize what happened wasn't a dream. And I think I encountered far more than I can recall now, so I'd better start using this wall before the rest of them vanish from my thoughts. I saw some kind of prophet on the main square. He was preaching about an impending doom to a group of hideous people without eyes and tongues. When he saw me passing by, he stopped and invited the group to greet me. He said something about a head and how he'll always be grateful to me. There was a badly mangled corpse hanging from the town council balcony. One small group of people were throwing dead rats at it, while the rest of them wanted to torch it. I heard screams in one alley, so I ran there and saw a dreadful scene. They impaled a man with a disfigured head. Suddenly, a girl came running out of the tavern. She hugged me and then said she owns the place, now that they took away the owner. Before moving away from me, she whispered that she heard what happened and said she was sorry. Then her father showed up and told her to go visit a grave. She thanked me for that, and then they both left. I thought I saw a patch of water in the distance, so I headed that way. I was right. It was a lake. An old man by the name of Arsen called me his friend. I was happy about that, even though I couldn't say what I did to deserve it. My inner voice told me someone was behind me, and so I turned around and saw a nun staring at me. She said she still hasn't given up hope of finding a boy named Anton, and even though she is grateful for what I did for the town, she will never forgive me for lying about him. I wish I knew what I did. The nun told me to follow her, and so I did, in silence. After leaving me in the church courtyard, she headed towards the cemetery, grumbling quietly to herself that they should find a gravekeeper to preserve her sanity. At the entrance of the church, a young priest greeted me. He had a proud stance and white, intimidating eyes. It was a strange situation. I had a feeling he was waiting for me. He confirmed my suspicion after locking me up in this underground chamber a few hours ago. Before leaving, he asked, "Have you noticed anything in particular on your way here?" Somehow, he knew. I really noticed something that stuck in my mind. A discrepancy between people's smiling faces and their sad eyes. He acknowledged by knocking twice on the door, and then said, "Their eyes reflect their tortured past, while their faces reflect their bright future. And they have a future. They are free because of you." I became a local saint, a kind of Ivan Kotar. I'm the hero of Sveti Kotar. But painful consequences always follow great achievements. I was told Victoria's body was already cold when they arrived to save us. This drawing is how I want to remember her. She was always calm and hopeful, full of life. It breaks my heart and drives me mad when wondering what happened to her soul after they threw the body into the passage. But I forgave them, like she forgave me. My soul is being eaten, and I'm losing control of my body. His whispers have become louder and tormenting. It's Nermin, the demon that possesses me. But I will not. I cannot fall. The people of this town will save me. I know they will, because I am their patron saint now.
Doors.